Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, two held for lottery scamming in St. Mary. An early morning police operation Saturday has led to the arrest of a male and a female on the suspicion of lottery scamming. According to reports reaching the news, between 4 a.m. and 7 a.m., the police carried out an operation in the Lyndon housing scheme in Islington, where, acting upon information, searched a house which was occupied by a 25-year-old male and a 33-year-old female. The occupants' cellular phones were searched and the information of individuals' personal data was found. They were arrested and charged for dealing in lottery scamming. Two other men were also taken into police custody for questioning with an ongoing murder investigation. According to Deputy Superintendent Anthony Wallace, in charge of the St. Mary Division, the operation is a continued effort by the police and the supporting agencies to address criminal activities in the area. 19-year-old charged with murder in St. James. 19-year-old Andina Joseph of Copperwood, Beckersteth, St. James, has been arrested and charged with murder. He is accused of killing 32-year-old Fitzroy Williams of Copperwood District, St. James, on December 11. The Cambridge police say about 7 p.m., Williams was walking along the roadway when Joseph approached him and opened the gunfire, hitting him. The police were summoned, and on their arrival, Williams was allegedly seen with gunshot wounds to his upper body and head. On December 19, Joseph was arrested during an operation in Coral Garden in the parish. He was positively identified and was subsequently charged. His court date is being finalized. Man fatally shot by police in Portmore following alleged knife attack. The St. Catherine South police are still trying to ascertain the identity of a man who was fatally shot by the police on Friday night after he allegedly stabbed another man repeatedly and later attacked a policeman. Police reports state that about 8:45 p.m., the unidentified man used a knife to stab a customer service representative in Cumberland in Portmore, St. Catherine. An alarm was raised by residents, and the attacker, who was still armed, was accosted by a policeman along Newland Road. He allegedly attacked the policeman and was shot and injured. He was subsequently assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The stabbing victim remains hospitalized. Government responded to delay in payments on the Christmas Worker Program. The government has addressed the concerns over payment delays in the Christmas Worker Program. Minister with responsibility for works, Robert Morgan, has attributed the issues to late submissions of bills and incomplete work by some contractors. The program, which funds cleanup and mitigation projects across the constituencies, has come under scrutiny following complaints from the opposition People's National Party. The PNP accused the government of failing to deliver on its promises, with the opposition spokesman for Road and Works, Richard Azan, calling for immediate payment and transparency. These workers have completed their task in good faith, yet they are left unpaid during what should be a season of joy. The government must honor its commitments, as stated in a news release. Minister Morgan addressed this, stating that there have been instances where some contractors associated with some constituencies submitted their bills late, and some did not submit any bills at all. And the NWA, as well as its parish offices, has to validate every single work that is done in order to ensure that the payment is based on the work done. Morgan, while speaking with the news, explained that in some cases the payments were requested, and when the agents went out or looked at the validation, the work was not commensurate with the payment that was being requested. Morgan accused Azan of playing politics. He knows very well that there are persons among his membership who did not submit their documents on time and did not submit their programs on time. We cannot pay for work that was not done. We cannot pay for work that was not done properly. I suspect Mr. Azan may want to advise some of his colleagues to engage themselves in some procurement training and some accountability training so that those who may not have been able to complete or submit the thing properly can do so in the future, said Morgan. He congratulated and commended those who worked on the project and announced the plans for a post-holiday assessment to streamline the program. He outlined the measures to improve contractors' understanding of procurement rules and the document submission processes, aiming to prevent similar delays in the future. 48-hour curfew imposed in Withorn and the Green Trail, Westmoreland. A 48-hour curfew has been imposed in sections of the White House, Withorn, and the Green Trail communities in Westmoreland. The curfew began at 6 p.m. on Friday, December 27, and will remain in effect until 6 p.m. on Sunday, December 29. The White House curfew boundaries are as follows: north from the Sanson Beach in Culloden, running along an imaginary line in an easterly direction to a dirt road in the Gordon community. East from Dirt Road in the Gordon community, running along an imaginary line in a southerly direction to junction of Petersville and White House Main Road. South from junction of Petersville and White House Main Road, running along an imaginary line in a westerly direction to Bernice on the Point Bar in the South Sea Park community. West from Bernice on the Point Bar in the South Sea Park community, running along the coastal line in a northerly direction to Sanson Beach in Culloden. The Withorn curfew boundaries are as follows: north from the Maras Road, running along an imaginary line to a dirt road in the Withorn community. East from Dirt Road in the Withorn community, running along an imaginary line into the junction of Galloway and the Torrington Main Road. South from junction of Galloway and the Torrington Main Road, running along an imaginary line to the Hertford intersection. West from the Hertford intersection, running along an imaginary line to Maras Main Road. The Green Trail curfew boundaries are as follows: north along an imaginary line from the Peggy Barry Primary School to the quarry in the Kings Valley community. East along an imaginary line from the Kings Valley community to the pump house at Bulls Road. South along an imaginary line from the pump house at Bulls Road to the Keene interval within the Fuller's Field community. West along an imaginary line from the Keene interval within the Fuller's Field community to the Peggy Barry Primary School. During the hours of the curfew, all persons within its boundaries are required to remain within their premises unless otherwise authorized by the ground commander. Firearm seized during operation in Kingston Western. Investigators assigned to the Kingston Western Police Division seized a black Springfield 9mm pistol during an operation on Clarence Lane, Kingston 12, on Friday, December 27. Reports from the Admiraltown Police are that, about 4 p.m., lawmen acting on information conducted an operation in the area when a premises was searched and the firearm discovered in a bag. No arrests were made in connection to the find. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.